and gentlemen, it is now time for another episode of What's in Your iPad, sponsored by and hosted by the family from WeSampleEverything.com. On the ones and twos we have Cheez Da Producer, Cypha Omni, and DragonFlyBry, along with your boy J1Star.
Don't forget about Beatmakeristhesquad Cheez Da Producer in the house. Ms.LeD wasn't able to make it this weekend. Hopefully she will recoup and feel a lot better on the next episodes coming up. She's sick right now, so we want to send a shout out to her.
Yeah, feel better, sis.
Feel better,
Yes.
feel better.
Since 2021.
100%. So now this week, all y'all are just stuck with the brothers.
It's about to get crazy.
What's been going on, gentlemen? How's everybody been doing, man?
I'm good. I can't complain. How about y'all?
Doing good.
Yeah, chilling.
Good. How about you, Brian? How you been, brother?
Chilling. I'm in the lab, trying to cook up some, a little bit more each week. So
Yeah.
getting back in
That's
there,
what's up.
getting back in good form.
How about you, Cypha?
Man, I've been doing all right, man. Been doing all right. Just hanging in there, one day at a time. Man, Cheez, you got that new pocket operator, man. You got that Hadouken.
Yeah, I do. Where is it? I got it, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
The case, right?
Yeah, I ain't taking it out the box yet. Yeah, I'll show it to you in the box. Like, it's in the box.
All you
I ain't-
gotta do is throw some batteries in there and you can put it on here. Play the sounds.
Oh, you know what? For some reason, my dumb ass thought it came with batteries. It does not have any batteries in it. So even if I took it out the box, I would just have to look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. The Street Fighter thing.
Yeah. But see, here's a crazy thing. A lot of people are like, they're like, oh man, they think it's different. It's the same thing. It just came with different preset sounds to it. And so you could actually, so you can get, so the same one you got, I'm gonna send you a file. Once I get it all loaded up, I'm gonna send you a file. You could take that file, you could play it into the pocket operator, and you'll have all the preset sounds from this.
Oh, you gonna save them?
Yeah, I mean,
Please,
you don't
yes,
have to,
thank you,
but
man.
I'll
I want
send
them.
you.
Yeah, I want them. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nothing, man. Come on, man. You know me.
Yeah, thank you,
I'm gonna
man.
email you. It's probably gonna be like a 5-minute wave,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just gonna be noise, and you just,
Yeah.
you know how you save
you put it
the
through the
pocket
speaker.
up. Just right. Now you gotta plug it in. It won't do it through
okay.
through the mic, but plug it in through the 1/8 inch, and you have it. You can have the sounds. Because I know for a fact I'm gonna delete them. Like,
Yeah. People want them though, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people didn't get it, and it's really since it's like, you could get a case and get it Hadouken case and then put the sounds on there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean the screen is a little different too, and now the sound, like the way the volume goes, it goes in the middle, like from the sides or whatever. Like, it's literally just they just change the faceplate, man. Like that's it, man. And my
Same
dumb ass, I
functions?
look exact.
Well, now let me
it's
know. It
the
might chop
same
better.
thing.
It might be a better chop. It might, figure out some stuff, like make a fine tune or something.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, it's the same thing, brother. That's the info I've been getting off the internet from everybody who got one. Yeah, it's the same thing, just a facelift. And so this is my girl. This is my 4th pocket operator.
They're not expensive though, man. It's like $80.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. For me, I'm like, yo, like it don't make sense to not get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't. If I was like I was a few years ago, when I would just spend my money on any and everything, and that little $100 might have been like something like, oh man, should I get this or should I get food? And then I end up getting this and eating ramen noodles for a week. Then yeah, it would have been a dumb purchase. But I'm a little wiser, a little older now, doing smarter things with my bread. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna reward myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a job,
Nah, bro, I had a job before and I was just taking my money. I was basically just taking my check and going to the bathroom, just flushing it.
You gotta do it sometimes.
I think a lot of creators, a lot of engineers, a lot of sound designers, a lot of producers, artists. I mean, everybody's had those phases in their life.
Yeah. And
You got to.
Yeah.
That check gone before you get it,
Bro.
Yeah.
them 3 and 4 payment plans, man.
Right. Like, finally on.
Have you been making some beats with them here recently, Cheese?
With yeah, I mean, I use the pocket operators, like fairly, like I've been using it a lot more lately because I had like a little phase where they were just on the shelf, and the bad thing about it is I bought like 12 rechargeable batteries, right, and a charger. I went to go recharge some of the rechargeables, and joints don't even work no more, man. Like, do not get the Amazon basic rechargeable AAA batteries. The joints will work for like a couple months, and if you don't charge them like regularly, it's a wrap. It's gonna get the blinking light to say like something like cell error or something like that. So it is what it is. Like I'll get some more. I'll probably get some energizers or something like that. But you know,
Yeah.
What about you, bro? I know you got one too, right?
Yeah, I just picked it back
You
up
just
too.
showed it a little
That's
bit
what I
ago.
had. Yeah. I had like I was cooking up a beat on it last night, man. Those things are fun, man. It's like a little mini, like SP1200 or like a mini, kind of like an MPC from like my 2000. Really can't do but a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more sample time, but you know it's not as dirty. But if you like dirt, then it definitely it's a good place to cook up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you like I use the what's the joint, the Korg Monotron. It's in my book bag now. I can't grab it, but the Korg Monotron. If you run your audio into that and run when you run your audio into that, then run the output from that into like whatever, your samples is gonna be nice and dirty. You ain't gonna need to use no bit crusher. Your joint is gonna be like overdriven, and then like it got a filter on it too, so you could filter out, you could like low pass it, so you can get that. You could throw a little echo on it or delay, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, just have fun. You know, that's how I like to do. You know what I mean?
Monotron's the delay unit, huh? It's the echo one.
The one I have is the delay, but they have another one. The blue one is.
That's what I got. I got the synthesizer.
Yeah, and the one I got, the one,
yeah.
Oh, that one got 2 oscillators?
Yeah, it's 2 oscillators, and they could influence each other, and then they got audio in and out on it, so you can use the filters on it too.
Yeah, but that one I know for sure. So run some audio into it, then run the audio into the pocket operator. I guarantee you, like you do a drum loop, your joint is gonna be it's gonna just be like that. The way the drums used to sound like back in the days when they was just like when people was like basically like recording off tapes and off the radio and stuff like that. It's gonna bring it up, like it's like be real like overdriven and stuff like that. It gives it some nice little crunchy character.
I'm gonna try it. So I I've had the PO going into the Korg before and used the filters coming out on the on the beat, but I never did it the other way around. I'm definitely gonna try that out, man. Yeah, those things they're cool, especially for like a little bit of money. The Korg was even cheaper than the PO. It was like 40 or 50 bucks, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I got mine with a Amazon gift card that one of the parents at my school had given out. She gave like a $25 gift card, and I think I had another one just laying around. And I forgot I had it, so I basically got it for like $3.
Yeah, you can't beat that, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know.
Come to the door and you're like, okay, this is almost free.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? Jay, what you were saying, you knew what I wanted to talk about. I'm assuming you're talking about Drunk Review.
Yes.
Man, I can't get that joint, man. I need to upgrade my OS.
Oh.
It's 13 and up. I got this old one. I'm on like 12.6.
Oh. Well,
I said a cooker last week too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. It's always, because the one thing about Sugar Bytes apps is that they put them out for free on the iPad with limited features, and with limited features basically mean you can't do AUV. And you are like you are similar to me, Brad, where you got hardware. So I might purchase the AUV3 option, but there's a good chance that I won't with this, because like I'll be honest with you, like you really like, I think if you're the type of person who like to make your own sounds or whatever, I feel like you never have to buy another drum kit again, because you can ride this one. Like what you
I'll
can
make
do
some
with
sample
it.
packs of it.
And that's the thing. Like I'm talking about, I'm using the free version. Like I haven't upgraded. I didn't pay the $26.99 for the full version. Like I'm using the free version. I'm just basically sampling drums out the headphone output. Or I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, yo, they were like, yo, I'm gonna wait for Black Friday. I'm like, yo, you could do that. I was like, but if you could go the super cheap route, just make your sounds, right? And then just screen record.
Oh, big time.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I mean, like, it has a sequencer on there, but I mean, like, what else doesn't have a sequencer? You know what I mean?
Chop them up and put it in Beatmaker, you know.
There you go. I mean,
take the same thing and put the threshold on, and it'll make the kit in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like it's got some features on there that's like some modulation stuff I didn't really get into. Like I messed with the sequencer and it was doing like crazy things after like over time. Like certain sounds would just open up and then they close back. Like I'm just messing with the stock sounds.
Filters and stuff, yeah.
It's not just the filters. It's like so say it's like modulating the pitch or something like that. So it'd be like, you know, like it like you have a snare and all of a sudden like the fourth time it comes around, the snare, it just sounds like crazy or whatever. It sounds just way different than it did originally. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I like it.
It's got that probability engine in it. Like something like Elastic Drums. Like that was like an older drum, synth drum app. Like they do that to where it's like, okay, it makes it give you more of a humanized feel or something like that, or just a little bit of a twist. But to see that they did that with Sugar Bytes with Drum Computer, and they just add all this other stuff to it. But the thing that I just love is like the 3 little sections that you could use to make your sound. Like the resonator by itself. I was talking with Cheez, like you can make kicks forever. Like to put in perspective, like everyone's familiar with the synth drum app, right? Yeah, like that pretty much just it killed it. It basically just made that that app expendable, pretty much. Then you go into the other ones where you go in the wavetable and you can put in your own audio file, like that right there. Like it's like it takes like bits and pieces of Beatmaker and just put in like this one nice little 8-track app. It's kind of like Beatmaker Junior, pretty much. Where okay, you can't do everything else on there like Beatmaker per se, but you can do just enough to where once you, just like I said, you put on the hardware and you just sample everything. Like I said, it's a sampler's dream. It's a sampler's wet dream, pretty much. Like you, I'm just gonna be real with that.
Yeah, I get that.
Like every time you turn it on, you can get something new.
Yo, I'm telling you, I was messing with just the stock effect, the stock sounds that you just turn it on to, and I just messed with the kick, right? And so I just turned the knob, second kick I made, turn the knob again, third kick, turn the knob again, fourth kick. Like literally, like I didn't change none of the sounds. I just like maybe just messing with that resonator. Like the resonator, like it'll like add like low end, and sometimes it like it'll like turn it into like almost like an 808. And sometimes I don't want the kick to have that tail, you know what I mean? But like it got an EQ on there, so like you can just bump it up at like, you know, at the lower end of the frequency spectrum or whatever, and just give that kick like an extra bit of bump. You know, it'll give you a good starting place. Then you can throw that into your door, and then like you can do all the other extra mixing things you want to do. You know, transient shapers and all of that to make them really punch. Like honestly, man, like I don't know. Like I know a lot of people like really like go in like making bread like off drum kits and stuff like that. And but I know like nothing will ever kill that, because people will always want someone else. You know, they always want to hit the easy button. So like I think like really if you are like looking to make a sound kit, like especially drums, like I say especially kicks and percussion sounds. Not so much snares. Like the snares are kind of hard to make on there. I would say like to get a snare that sounds like a snare is to me is a little hit or miss. Like maybe I probably just got digging a little deeper into it. And the hi-hats, I feel like hi-hats are hi-hats. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make a dirty hat. Like, you know, there's easy ways to make it, and you can make a clean hat. But like I feel like when it comes to kicks, you can make like a chest pounding kick a few minutes and be like, wow, I'm gonna do this again and again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like straight up, like it's dope. It's really dope. And the fact that like you like the free version gives you all of the synthesis options and the sample import options and stuff like that. The only thing you can't export audio. You know, you can't export audio.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, but like me,
right?
Work around king. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? One track and then record it like twice as long, and then solo the next one.
Or,
solo them onto an audio file and chop it up.
Dang, there you go. Whatever way, like, and like I said, you can also just you just screen record at the end of the day. Like, I mean, like I know some people are like, oh, it's not gonna get the high quality. All right, so go ahead, you go ahead, do what you do. I'll get the quality I need, which is just clear.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, to tell you the truth, it's pretty good. I mean, so YouTube stuff, it's like MP3. It's probably like 192 or like 128 bit, you know, like type of MP3 quality. But it's been compressed and it sounds, you know, it has the essential parts of the sound. And like for old records, the fidelity was lower anyway. Back when people on like 8-track tapes and on cassettes, you didn't even have the extended low end and the high end anyway. So it's like if you're talking about just the middle part, that's what MP3s do better. You know what I'm saying? When you have like a new record, it sounds like for real good high end, and you put that at like the 128, you can hear that like the artifacts. Yeah. But that old stuff or something meant to sound old or lo-fi, it's no problem. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're gonna sample it back anyway, you kind of want some of that.
Right.
Drum Computer is really dope. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like ever since I got a computer, I've been on Sugar Bytes website saying like, maybe I should get this, maybe I should get this, maybe I should get this.
Yeah, they got some good plugins.
And then like, as a matter of fact, I seen it on Jay's page. I was like, yo, I was on my way to teach my first class, and I was scrolling through Instagram before the kids got in, and I seen it on Jay's page. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, no, they lying. And then when I seen that the joint was free, man, I almost fell out my chair.
And that's the one thing I always loved about Sugar Bytes, especially with something with their synths. With their synths, it's more of like try before you buy. So it's like on all their synths, you can just you have everything that you need to be like, well, if I don't want to buy it, I can just sample everything and just still keep it moving. And then if it's like, okay, you know what, I love exactly what they're doing. You know what, I'm going to support them. I'll shell out that money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And they're real smart with it. You can't even use the joint into app audio. Like I tried. it does not work with it don't work in audio bus, audio share, nothing. Like
plug it into that PL though. I bet you that
that's
PL
what I was just
probably
thinking if it
yeah. Oh, trust me, bro. You know, like I said, work around king, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I got enough samplers. That's really just dope. I think it's real dope.
And then like for a person that actually went and bought the whole thing, like once again, it's another one of those apps that helps out apps such as like Nano Studio 2, where, you know, once again, the whole issue is how you're gonna do, you know, if you want to do the whole note repeat and stuff like that. That one cool thing that I like about Drum Computer is that the note repeat, how it works is basically you go into the zones, and so how normally when you go like mapping your zones through your keys, basically like, okay, you're just gonna go with pitch. It actually goes with also not only in addition to pitch, but also roll. So where one's like, you know, you got C and then C sharp is actually, okay, a repeat that's maybe like a 10% repeat of the first one, which is just one little repeat. And then the next one after that, where D, that's comes, you know, increments of a more of a note repeat. So by the time you get to like to a higher key, it's now sounding like a machine gun pretty much. And so it's like the way you can kind of freak that, especially like say in Nano Studio 2, is like, okay, if you took off the pitch and you just left it with the note repeat, then you can kind of do that and kind of get the little trap rolls that we take for granted in Beatmaker 3. I mean, it might not be the whole full thing, because you're still going to have to do the whole, you know, figuring out the pitch and stuff like that, and doing all the whole post processing. But it makes it a whole lot easier to do it, like how we figured out on Effectrix how we can get trap rolls from using Effectrix. It's kind of the same thing, but it's cool that you can actually implement that through keyboards. Where with Effectrix, you could do it, but it was more of a little bit of fiddling with the knob. And if you and that was kind of like a crapshoot because it was like you move the knob too much, it's not going to work. And then even then, if you try to go from pattern to pattern, you got to make sure that other pattern is still the same, or otherwise it's just going to just become a train wreck where it would sound good, but then when you go in there and do it in actuality, it's just a train wreck. Where here, like with my launch pad, it's like, okay, one key's got an eighth, one key's a 1/16, 1/16 triple, and you just keep on going like that. Like you can actually play it more like if you was doing the roads in Beatmaker 3, but with more like this is like in drum computers, it's very like MIDI controller friendly. Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff that you can control, and you're probably gonna need like 3 MIDI controllers to really do it if you want to do it like that. But like for the basic stuff, like especially with like controlling the patterns, and one thing that's cool is you can actually control the mix to the channel. So say if you was doing a sequencer, and if you go to like say not C negative 2, but C negative 1, you can actually mute each of the channels. So then you can start. Yeah, I discovered that. I was like, whoa. Like this is something that would just work good for say something like Aria Pro, something like Cubase. Like I said, those DAWs where sampling and drum arrangement is kind of non-existent, and like this is one of those apps that once again that can do that.
That's dope.
That's what I'm saying. Like drum computer, like it's a game changer for like a whole myriad of reasons. Because like I said, you can sample everything forever. You can put samples into it and do drum layering like that. And then you can still just keep on literally resampling into it. So it's like you can sample stuff, export it out to audio share, then just resample it right back into it. And you can just keep on going around and around. Like you can do that to the point to, and this is without even using like say what she was saying earlier of finally taking it out and then doing additional post-process. You can do a lot of stuff in-house to the point where by the time you decide you want to do some post-processing, you might not really need it because a lot of because the thing about Sugar Bytes make quality stuff. Like there's stuff they already got. It's already going to be sounding good. So it's only and then you already got like EQ capabilities. You got bit crusher capabilities. You got distortion capabilities. So it's like all the stuff that you would really need is pretty much right there. Like if anything else that you would need more, that'd be subjective. But you can get just like how Cheez was like, you can make kits for days. You can make kits for days and keep on mutating those kits like forever.
How much is the full version?
About $27.
That's not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Somebody was like, "Oh, it's expensive." I was like, "Bruh, it's $120 on the computer."
I was gonna say for a computer, it'd be at least $100. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $119 on a computer, so it's a quarter of the price. Like, I'm just being cheap by not buying it. But like, I know eventually I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like.
Does it have Ableton Link?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's all you need. So like Ableton Link it and then sell all the channels and record it right into your computer.
That and it's also you can route MIDI into it. You know what I mean? Like it's MIDI controllable, so you put a MIDI keyboard or drum controller or whatever up to it. But the dope, like for me, the dope part is like, so you know how like when you if you were making like an 808, you want to do like a pitch mod on it, like you want to put the envelope on the pitch so it goes up and comes down real quick, so it gives you that punch. They have that built into every single engine, right? Wow. And then like with the sample engine, what you could do is you can make the sample loop like to a certain point, and you can turn the decay up on the loop. So if you have it looping, like say you got a kick drum, and normally a kick drum is a beep, right? And so normally you think of a kick loop like do 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 do. You could bring it down like almost like single cycle waveform. Space, right? But then you can like modulate I forget exactly what it does, but like I took a kick and it went from being like boom to like it sounded crazy. Like it's just like the sounds you can make, you're not just making drum sounds with it. You know what I mean? Like you can make like all types of like different sound effects and stuff like that you could probably achieve with other stuff, you know what I mean? But like I just am not aware of how I would do that with other things. And I feel like even just the free version, you could just learn so much from it. You know what I mean? Like it's a really, really, really dope tool. Real dope.
Chop some samples up and put them in there. That'd probably be crazy.
I was thinking about doing that too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Modulate and use those effects for each one, you know what I'm saying? And then like have a bunch of samples that are all kind of the same, but then you change them up a little bit.
Yup.
Make a little gumbo, you know?
Yeah, no, you got what you got. Eight different tracks on here, or eight sound slots on here. You know what I mean? So it's dope. And I don't know about y'all, but like for me, like I like when the user interface looks good.
Yeah.
I'm like that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know I gotta sit and I gotta look at this thing for like maybe hours. You know what I'm saying? And if the user interface doesn't grab me, and I'm like, I may not want to like use this that often. This user interface is crazy. Like, I actually wish it was a hardware, actually like a hardware, like a physical thing that, you know what I mean? So I could like, cause it looks almost like it could be, you know what I mean? But like, it's dope. It's real dope. Real dope.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Oh yeah. Audio or like visually and then orally, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then one thing I could say, like, still just hats off to like Sugar Bytes, because like Sugar Bytes was one of those companies where when you heard, hey, they're gonna come into iOS, I'm like, who's Sugar Bytes? And then when you see what they've done on the desktop world, it's like you're like, whoa. If they could put that on iOS, that would just be. And then they doing this like.
And they did it too, yeah. Yeah, I used Effectrix before it even got on iOS.
Yeah, you know the wild thing is like when I think they had put Effectrix out, and then when they put Effectrix out on iOS, they were advertising Drum Computer for desktop, and I literally sent them a DM. I don't know if I think they saw it, but they never wrote back, obviously. But I sent them a DM. I was like, please bring this to iOS. And I put it on my page. I was like, yo, everybody hit up Effectrix and tell them to bring this to iOS. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and take credit because I'm quite sure they was planning on doing it anyway. You know what I mean? But it's like they actually listen. You know what I mean? And you cannot fault a company for actually listening. So you know what? Because of that, they're gonna get my $27.
Look, on the PC they had this synthesizer called Consequence, I think it was called. Like look at their like PCs, like their on the computer synthesizers, they're like super crazy, right? They had one that I think would be kind of like an Omnisphere killer, but it's like one, I'm pretty sure you need more power, and I think a lot of them you probably need to have a decent amount of download hard drive space because you know, like even if you're making it out of waves, you need to have a certain amount of waves to build the other stuff out of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even in sense that they have on iOS. I'll be honest with you. When you run them joints as AUV3, you better record that audio. Cause if you don't, you straight crackle, snap, crackle, pop, man.
It's like a pay-per-view fight between Sugar Bytes synths and Moog synths.
Audio Kid too. Audio Kid does it a little bit too.
Like it's like a three-way dance of who could just take out all the CPU.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I won't get into that. I don't understand why Audio Kit like does that. Cause I didn't think they were that not that powerful. I didn't think they were that CPU intensive.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know they were. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, you got that not halftime. Slow. What's it? Slow mo.
The slow mo. I'm gonna be real. I got it. I haven't even tried it yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I was gonna be real. Like I thought you were gonna say like it just wasn't good. Like, but
I thought that's what I was with.
I still need to try it. It's like what I might do is like I'm gonna try to do that in conjunction with using Drum Computer to see if I can get some like chop and screw vibes going on.
That'd be tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, once you throw Drum Computer into Effectrix too, see if your iPad don't blow up.
Keep an eye on your processor power.
Going there like, what are you doing? I'm going back into the grid like Tron. You know, see me for a week, or I'd be thinking I'm gone for a week, but come back. It's like the next week. Where you been, J1? Like I had to fight for the users, bro.
Like I was stuck inside the audio unit. Nah, this one, I want to get that slow mo, but I've been real like for me, like I want to make sure it does something unique and not does something that like an app that I already have does. Like that's how I've been looking at stuff like lately. Because you know I've been looking at a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff I get, you know, and I'm like, man, this app does that or that app does that. You know what I mean? Like now it's like it's like having like a shoe, a same sneaker, but in two different colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you know, like
Because I understand your concern. Because like when you think about slow mo, it's like, well, we already have an app that does that. That's fly tape. Just put in fly tape, put on there, boom, that's it. Like that's been out for like going on 3 years, ain't it? Like 3 or 4 years.
that's true. That's true.
It's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I'll give the final verdict to see if it's a buy or no buy, because that's the one thing you got to take consideration. Because like because I mean, yeah, it's universal, but if it's something that unless it has more options than fly tape. I mean, fly tape, yeah, you just push a button, it's going to go half speed, and that's it. If it has more options than that, and it's actually something that's intuitive and it doesn't crash, okay, yeah, we can use it more. But if it's something to where it's going to give me some more problems, then it's like yo, it makes sound. They're the ones figured out, cracked the code like years ago.
The only thing about fly tape doesn't latch. Like the effects don't latch, so you gotta literally hold your finger on it.
I think it will if you go to if you open it up and get it to the text screen.
Yeah. In Beatmaker 3 you can make it latch. Like if you attach them to the macro controls. But I don't know. Like I just feel like if it's gonna I feel like if you're gonna make, I just feel like that's not very user friendly. You know what I mean? Like
I can dig it. It doesn't from the front. Like make it like you hold it down or double tap it and make it latch. But
I just feel like it should latch.
or latch button really.
Like
I do turn it on and off.
Exactly. I just feel like, because I think most people want to be able to like, boom, all right, let it be, and I'll come back and I'll turn it back off when I want it. You know what I mean? So like, if slow, but if slow mo could do that, then maybe I'll cop it. I don't know.
Because I mean, I see what the direction some of these developers are doing is basically. I mean, obviously you're gonna copycat from the desktop and see like, okay, what's on a desktop that's not on iOS. And one thing is like, say, something of Gross Beats, where Gross Beats had all those things and include slow-mo, or something like Halftime, where its whole purpose in life is to do something to have it slow it down and stuff like that. So it's like these developers, they're being smart because they're trying to push the limits of, okay, what else can we add on here? Because it's like the more stuff that they add, the better it's going to be for all of us that's trying to create on the iOS. So it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, keep on bringing it. Hey, keep on being the geniuses, and we'll go in there and use it. We'll make things happen, and we'll prop y'all up on here.
I ain't mad at it at all.
So, hey, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining another episode of What's in Your iPad. I'm J1Star. You can find me on J1StarBeatz on everywhere.
DragonFlyBry. You can catch me at Micromix.com. Dragonfly_Bry on IG.
Cypha Omni, CYPHA, OMNI, on everything.
I'm Cheez Da Ninja. And, chopping up them ciphers. No. Cheez Da Producer. Or you can find me at Beatmakeristhesquad or Instagram, YouTube, etc. And we out.
Peace.